Hello, it is Lord Haywire. I'm streaming some Killed by Dev game creation. I literally cannot remember what I was doing last. It's been a week, and I can't even remember that shit. I was adjusting my camera, and then we got this thing going on over here. I don't know why it does that. Oh, let's hope it isn't too annoying. I noticed on some of my older videos, it's very annoying having some weird thing flickering in the background. So what we're still working on is county creation, and so what we're doing here, or sorry, not county creation, county improvements. So we should be. I think we fixed a bunch of it, but I think the thing we are having issues with is, see now, so this is set up as, so we have two counties that we control currently, and we need to fix the color thing too, but that's later. And we build one, and I think what the issue we were having was if we go down in this other, if we go to, yeah, it's not updating when we go in between the two, and I think that's exactly where we were. I think we're knocking out some other issues though. Uh, I think we fixed that one. Did I not? And I keep this pretty up to date. Oh, you know what we got to do though is we need to. This needs to come over here. We need to fix the README. I have updated it again every week. I believe they update. When I say they, I mean Unity updates their Unity updates. So I have to update that every week. So what were we doing? I think we fixed this. Let's test it, I guess. Let me turn on my music because I love to listen to music. I can't hear my music though. Here it comes. Listening to the Dickies today. When you close the population info panel, it unpauses the game, or you can open, or when you open the research, it unpauses as well. I think we did this, we just didn't test it. I think that's what's going on. And so we just needed to test it. So like right now, it's unpaused when the game starts. We have it paused. Okay, no, we did not fix that. So should we go through that? I guess we should do that first. So that shouldn't actually be that hard either. Let's unplay this. So on the research, when you click the research button, let's get these bugs first. So maybe we'll knock out other things when we fix it. Research. How did we have this connected here? I can't remember anything. Like I said, it's so shitty how terrible my memory is. I need to do a better job. So that there is a button. That's top info bar. Research button. How is it being triggered? It is being triggered. Interactable. Why would we be doing that? There's no other scripts attached here. I can't remember anything. This is terrible. And then we set the research panel active, which has nothing attached to it. How are we controlling this thing? Okay, let's look at this thing again. Research button becomes uninteractable when you open up the research panel. I guess we were trying, I didn't put a blocker. No, I did. I put a blocker panel down. I don't think we need that. What happens if I just get rid of it for now? So I put a blocker panel usually over everything. Yeah, so now you can't click on it still. So what script is controlling that? The research button being clicked pops open this research panel, which currently doesn't have. It's got to be this one. It's got to be this one. It is not this one. We'll figure it out here. Maybe that's why I stopped. Maybe that's why I didn't fix it last time. It's because I couldn't remember what the fuck I was doing. And we don't need that anymore. Let's hope. It should always be interactable because we have the thing in there. Could it be on the controller? What is stopping that thing? That thing pops open. We don't have any scripts on there though. Oh, I probably had to move it up to like UI Canvas or something stupid. No, not to that far up. Where are we at here? Research panel. Update influence text. Good God. The readme, I'd save that, right? Yeah. I feel like I'm a little to the right than normal. County panel. I mean, it's probably somewhere weird, but I don't, we should probably put it somewhere where I can find it again. Um, yeah, we did that for each thing. That was like the first one of those I ever wrote. What would I have called the thing? I'm very confused how this doesn't work, you know? Okay, we click on this. This thing pops open. The speed goes to 0. So we already have the speed being turned off. So that, you know what we could search for to find this is, since I can't seem to find it anywhere else, is we could go to what did we call that thing? It's in the timekeeper. Timekeeper is under the controller. Maybe it's right here. It is called pause, unpause something. Yeah, pause, unpause. I was like, what the fuck is that? Possible building. That's a different thing. Possible building. Current building. That's a different thing, though. That doesn't seem like that shit needs to be there, but I guess it does. Population info panel. We fixed it. Research tier 1. Okay, so here it is. We put this in a fucking... we actually put this... Did we decide that this was a pain in my ass and then we just decided to do it later? Where is this research tier 1 fucking sitting around? I feel like I renamed that last time. I guess it was just a list. Where do you sit, research tier 1? Where are you living? I don't think you can search. Oh, maybe you can. No, I spelled it right. This is the best part, is just watching me try to find shit. Maybe we have it like accidentally on the wrong thing, but it somehow is still working. Where the fuck is this thing? I'm pretty sure it has to be attached to update research tier items tier 1. So this is on enable. It does that every time. So that's correct. Why isn't this working then? I'm gonna give up on it, and we'll just go to something else, and we'll keep an eye. When you unpause, good God. No, we'll continue on with this. I was gonna say let's do it later. What the fuck is going on with the unpause? If I know what it is. I know what we've been doing here. This is the issue. We were putting in. We can just grab it out of one of these other ones, so we don't even have to. God damn, it's this is what we were doing. Yeah, and it's the same on both. We just added that in. Man, my memory is fucking shitty. I don't know. I've said this 1,000 times before in other streams. I feel like it's more related to me drinking my alcoholism. I don't drink as much anymore, but I feel like it's more related to that than being 49. But maybe it is. I don't know. If you're 49 and your memory's a pile of shit, tell me. Okay, so that still works. That doesn't work. On disable, we should probably change this to some sort of. No, I guess it doesn't matter. Um, can we just do this? Did I not like look at any? Did I not test any of this shit? I like half did all this stuff. Can we just we don't. This is probably not. Yeah, we just need to make this old speed. Has to be public. See if these things fix themselves. Oh, right. It's not a static one. We were trying to get rid of static stuff. In fact, we can get rid of static stuff. My brain does not work at all. Yeah, I mean there it is, the instance thing right there, and I don't know. One of these days. Okay, so if this runs, this should change it back to what we want it to do. On disable, it just makes it whatever. Okay, so time's running. Time has stopped running. Time is running. Paused. Time is still paused. We close it. Time has turned on. Why would that happen? Pause, unpause. If modified time scale. Why do we have this as a getter setter? Let's I gotta where did I put that thing? Where did I put it? It's gotta be somewhere. Oh, I put it at the bottom. I was trying to reorganize stuff. Okay, this just turns on the pause and unpause thing and sets the time scale. All right, so that's pretty straightforward. Modified time equals 0, else I still don't. Let's see here. That's not what we want to do. So now it should have, we push pause, which is the space bar. I push space bar to get to the pause. So I get my hand up here. And that runs, we called it started. That's stupid. That runs that. So if it's greater, it sets this old time speed is equal. This is always a pain in the fucking ass. This time thing, there's like got to be an easier way to do it. I'm just don't know what I'm doing. So it's remembering. So when you hit pause, it's remembering the old speed. So it has the old speed here. So you hit click and you click that and it's turning that speed on. If we go back to research tier 1 and we go to here and we say if this is not 0, so the game's paused. You hit this button. This comes up, but when you hit close, why is this always such a pain in the ass? Um, what happens if you just, it's not, if you don't put this if in there, let's see. The most simple stuff. I think that was what was grinding us down last time, as I kept running into all these simple things. Okay, so that worked. This is still paused, and it unpauses. So that basically that did what we wanted it to do, sort of. If it equals 0, if it's not equal to 0, we run this thing. If it's not equal to 0, it seems like, I think what I had originally was just, let's cut this. Or let's comment this out. Once we get one of these working, we can just put them all. I'm actually surprised. I thought we did get this working on some of them. I'm gonna close some of these things up since we got a million of them. Open. Yeah, I guess we didn't get it to work. Is not equal. I really wish I could play. Oh, this one is set. I really wish I could play music and not get like a copyright issue. All right, so let's go back to basics here. So what happens here? I feel like this should automatically already work. But it does not. It's like so that works, and I think that was the thing. And then I figured out if you were paused, though, this thing happens. And then I figured out I feel like this should be it. Oh, I commented out that thing. That's why I like to put like a gap in there. my God. We'll never get to the good stuff today. Okay, time is passing. We pause it. We hit this. It opens. We hit close, and it's going to start again, though. What happens if we just don't? Okay, what happens if time's going? Okay, no, that works. So basically, we need something that's like, hey, if time scale is equal to 0. So that's why I had that in there. If it's not equal to 0, run this. If it's equal to 0, it's always going to be equal to 0 on disable because it's paused. Is there a way we can make this less? If it's greater than 0, old time speed equals time, modified time scale equals else. Modified time equals old time. So what we're doing here is if it is paused, if it's moving, it pauses it and makes the old time the modified time. If it's greater than that, it unpauses it. But if we take out this, it's got to be an easier way to do this. I know I already did this. I'm pretty sure I already did this. See, that works without that there. The issue is that if this is running, it stays paused. So how do we and the pause thing pops up in the background, which is fine. I think we need another variable that says like panel was paused. Because we don't want the panel to, we want it to, however the player has it. If the player hits this, we just want it to pause while it's, so they don't have to hit space every time. So we want it to do whatever it was doing. So what happens if we go public bool? Sometimes I feel like I just make more bools to do stuff, but it's actually pointless, if that makes sense. Like I there's no point in me like I just keep adding more bools, and it's just until I'm like in a never-ending circle of bools. So I'm hopefully I'm not doing that right now, but I guess we'll find out. Private bool is panel pausing. So it's like, is the panel pausing the fucking thing? And then like down here, um, or we can just write another thing that's pauses unpauses because of the panel. Trying to think if there's a way to do this with an event, but I don't know how to. I can't think of a way to do it. There's a Unity event that does stuff. If is equal to true. We can send it through right here too. Once again, this is coupling all these different things together, which you're not supposed to do. Okay, let's not do that. All of these scripts. So let me think about it. Like, let's think about this from a point of view, like a restarting the whole thing. Man, this works so well. This simple little thing right here works so well. Now it's a clusterfuck. And I had this happen in another, and I knew it was gonna be a pain in the fucking ass. I had this in another script. Let me see. Assets. What did we do? I think I called it timekeeper. No, I called it something else. Time changer is what I called it. Okay. I have like a scriptable object in this other one that is for like. So I'm solving this the same way I was trying to solve this one. So I guess, except I had it set to false, huh? Yes, no, that's true. I had it set to false, which is true. No, which is what I. How did I do this other part? So this only runs. But is that what we had? God damn, man, my brain. All right, let's look at this again. Well, now it's not going to work because I put this thing here. Okay, we hit start. Or we hit research. Do we want... So this is under pause and pause. We hit research. The panel is not open yet, right? On enable, it's not open. So it will run this and we'll put the pause thing. Then we're going to change that when the panel opens. After we run this thing, we will change this to false. That's not going to do anything. That would be the same as if we deleted it altogether. Motherfucker. Why is this so difficult? Because I need to rethink the whole thing through. Maybe we just need one that unpauses and one that pauses. I was trying to get lazy, you know, but it's really being a stretch here. Okay, so we know this part works. If it's not equal to 0, do this. Could we not... We can do this. Get time. We don't need this shit open anymore. If... Get this shit out of here, too. We'll get this out of here. We don't need this here. We can do this. We can get this to work. I'm confident suddenly. Uh, didn't we just go through this though, where I make this on disable equals whatever? Uh, if this is so on pause, we got to think this through. Oh my God, why is my brain not working? Okay, it's because I haven't programmed in a week. It has to get like warmed up. I keep talking about this. Like, how do professionals programmers like the weekend happens and they can't program on Monday mornings? Like, what the fuck, man? You know, like, uh, okay, so on enable, it's gonna check. It's checking. Is it already paused? If it's already paused, it's not gonna do it. On disable, it's checking. What is it checking? It is returning it to the state it was in before. And the state it's going to be in before we will know because modified time. If old time if modified time scale, we're already doing that though, and that's not working. Oh wait, I think we're onto something here. What do you want? All right, I might have it backwards because my brain doesn't work. Pause it. Close it. Pauses it. No. Um. If this is greater than 0, run that. I can't. I don't. I'm just guessing at this point, and it's dumb that I'm guessing. I shouldn't be guessing. Okay, that works as intended. That does not work. We're back to the same thing here. The fuck, man? Why is this? What happens if we say this is equal to 0? Like I said, I'm just guessing at this point. My brain has given up. I just started. You know, this also happens. This does happen like pretty regularly. I'm waiting patiently, and this does happen pretty regularly actually. Uh, See, that's why the old time isn't gonna work. Because it gets changed in that one. It seems like we shouldn't be checking the time scale at all. We should be checking the modified time. We shouldn't be checking the actual time scale. You know, we should be. um, I Oh my god, I've only been doing it for 35 minutes because I'm such a joke here. Pause. Yeah, it's none of these are gonna work. None of these are gonna work. So did I already delete this out of here? We need another bool in here. Is panel pausing? Or we need to have one that pauses and then one that unpauses. And I was trying to not do that. But maybe that's the easiest way, is instead of trying to have this, just manually have it unpause. You hit spacebar. Is equal. Man. My brain can't wrap around it right now, so let me think about this. Let's break it into two pieces. Let's do that. It's because my brain can't handle this right now. Let's break this into two pieces. Pause and unpause, and then we can always combine it once we get it working. I know it's huge, but that's I like it huge. Okay. So you hit the panel close. If no, how do we know that we don't want to turn the time back on? I guess this doesn't do anything. This is just more of what we were already doing. Okay, so we want it to, god damn, why is this such a fucking pain in the ass? Okay, so the panel is closing it, and the issue is that it's checking modified time scale. And modified time scale is these things, but it could be. No, it has to be modified time scale because it's like an hour of me just grinding on this one issue. I should have just given up and skipped it, but now I'm deep in because it will come to me eventually. Okay, you hit research. And it checks and it says like, hey, it's already paused. So then it goes down here and it just makes old time, and this is right down here. This sets this. So whenever modified time scale is adjusted, it's setting the actual time. So this is setting it to the old time right here. Where do we originally set the old time? So what we need to be doing is when we open the panel, we need to be setting the old time speed. That's what we need to be doing. That's exactly what we need to be doing. We need to be setting. This needs to be happening when we are opening the panel. So on enable, Oh, wait. We need this to be underneath here. Time. Timekeeper is such a better name than time changer. Timekeeper. It's keeping track of the time. Okay, so this needs to be down here, though. I did something. Something got cut off, I think. Okay, so this runs. No, because this is going to pause it. Let me look. I don't think it actually will. It's just keeping track of it. Else, if modified time, it's going to apply that. Else, old time, and we're setting old time to here. Old time equals that. This has to run first. Where the fuck is this? This runs first, then this sets it, but that's going to set it to 0. Modified time. So the first time it happens, so the game is paused, it's a 0. It's going to be like, hey, here's this old time equals that. We must be telling it at some point that old time, yeah, so here it is. Old time is getting set to that. We're on to something here. My music stopped. So we hit the time is paused, so it's going to this else statement, and it's setting that old time to the modified time. Then it comes back through when you close it, and it's saying the old time, the modified time is 0, so it's hitting that else again. Is that what's happening? Let me think here. I need to comment this out real quick. If time is not okay. Man, if you've never listened to the Dickies, you should. I highly recommend them. They're like old punk rock with like that. I guess they're pop punk. They have that weird singing style. So it's gonna run this every time though. Let's look back at this again. So this is gonna go through. It's gonna come through here. If it's at 0, it's just gonna skip it, and then this is gonna run, and it's gonna set the old time to the modified time. This might actually work. If it always sets the modified time to the old time, that actually might do the trick. What did we have on this other side? We basically just needed to, I don't know, we need something to work. We don't need this to be this big. What happened here? Oh, now I can't unpause it with spacebar. I've broken something severely. Okay, time is running. Spacebar works there. That pauses it. Then you close that, it doesn't do anything. And now space is busted. Made it much worse. Because this. Oh, man. If it's not equal to 0. I can turn off maximize. I don't know why I keep doing the maximize thing. The fuck did I do to break this so badly? Did I somehow edit my thing up here? I looked at it. Old time speed equals 1. So that's on start. I didn't mess with any of this stuff. But this thing's really fucking it up, huh? Let's double check that. It's like I'm going in circles. I was hoping to accomplish something today, but it looks like we're not going to accomplish anything. All right, space works there. Space works there's again. It's so lame that it's like this is the one thing. So if it's not on, but if you want it, oh good God. It's actually both of these. I actually have a thing here. I have an idea. This would actually be a better time to use this $ thing. I don't use this very often, but sometimes it's like now is a better time. Do I have another thing in here? Okay. I'm curious. I'm betting if those are both 0, we want something to happen here. We can unmax. We can just focus this. We don't need this to pop up every time. It's 0. That's 1. It starts back up. I should put this console up here so we can. Modified time is 0 and old time speed is 1. Is it always that case? It looks like it always was that. Is that real? Probably want this to have a thing in here. Uh, 0 and 1. That's not going to be confusing at all. Wait, did that happen when it was... I don't think it... Well, we'll see here. Like, this type of stuff is probably so basic for a pro. Oh no, see, it's 0 and 1 when I did that. I'm seriously just going in circles. Did these other things ever work? Maybe I'm overdoing stuff. So this shouldn't do anything, but this should pause it. Oh, it never comes back on. Okay, so I was just making sure we didn't solve this already. I feel like this shouldn't have to be like this either if it's not 0. All right, I need to double check what I just changed and did. All right, so I got rid of everything in disable. So let's... Okay, it never turns back on there. And these are always 0 and 1, it looks to me. Unless I hit space. What does it do when it's on? There's another way we can do this. Let's try to like kind of find out when the issue appears. And now I have like a headache. I don't think it's from the programming. I think it's from something else. So that works normally. Is equal to 0. I'm just doing... I'm just setting this. Now I'm putting in too many. I feel like this is the wrong way to do it. So this is the thing, though. Like because we'll have to have this in every. Yeah, I feel like this is the wrong way to do this. I mean, I guess it's to keep moving forward, and maybe when I learn something new. So that's been basically the whole thing. Is that as I learn new stuff, I've been fixing and improving old things. Um, is this one of these ones where it? Make sure we're not. What do bools default to? I keep thinking it's false. But then when I do that, it doesn't apply. It doesn't work. Uh, if it is equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, do this. If it is equal to 0, do this. All right, time is passing. Time has stopped passing. Time is passing. It is paused. This is still paused. It is still paused. We have solved the problem. But no, what happened? We solved it for one round. Uh, See, doesn't it seem like we should be able to do this with these things? Like, aren't these, if old time is at 0, shouldn't this already apply if old time is 0? This is the only time old time gets fucked with. Uh, I think that's part of the issue, though. It's because we're fucking with old time. This always equals the same thing, too. Why did I do it this way? Can't I just put this in here? Can't I just do that? And then I don't need these second things? I mean, they're not different. They're never different. What is going on here? Oh. Right? I don't see anywhere where we're setting old time to be anything but modified time. Okay, here we are. But this wouldn't even have to be here because this would already be getting applied when this gets. Okay, we need this to come ahead of time before it gets to modified time. And that's where this would fuck this all up by having this in here. Is this thing right here, because it's going to get changed to 0, and we need it to be ahead of time. But what we could do is we can put this all back. No, get out of here. Okay. Now I don't even remember what the fuck we were doing. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. It's been an hour, and so that way I can take a quick break and I can let my brain percolate because I'm fucking not getting anywhere here. But we're gonna get somewhere. All right, I'll be right back. Oh, I gotta put on my break timer. I don't have the same thing as when I do my other channel. Okay, I'll be right back. There's a cat sleeping on my bed. It doesn't know the futility that I'm feeling. Let me turn on my break timer. Let me turn on my music. Let me see here. So I was thinking outside. I thought we already tried this though. If old time, we put this back right here because this part's working. If old time, why? How does any of this shit work at this point? If old time is 0, if it's not equal to 0, I think we already tried this and it didn't work though. Is not equal to 0, then we run this. I'm just going in circles. Once again, I wonder how professionals do this. Are they always running in circles? Well, I assume they wouldn't be. So now it's 0. Oh, now it started though. Oh, because we took out that thing. We took out a if this else state. We need this else statement to be out of here. It doesn't really matter, but that's what we want. If we solve it once, though, we've solved it on all of them, and we can just put this into all of them. Well, that didn't work. Did we not save this? No, we did. Oh. What the fuck is going on here? Okay. All right, we'll get it. We'll get it eventually. I often say, you got to have a sense of humor in programming. Otherwise, you're just gonna fucking you're gonna rage quit, like a video game and never come back. All right, we're exactly 2 minutes. Nope. We're just in the same fucking circle. The same circle of hell. Why isn't old time it's 0? When we hit play, old time should be it's at 1. Oh, because I paused it there. Because it's remembering. Modified time is at 0 though. Modified time has not changed. I think we already did all this though, and it didn't work because my brain is fucked. I need to change this description to just 3 hours of futility. I remember when I fucked with that. I said this earlier, but when I in that other game, my cult game, uh, yeah, but then the modified time is 0 and old time is 1. So we're back where we were. We've done all of this so many times. Okay, if so we could get it to work the first time. So let's go back to this shitty this shittiness. I don't like this shittiness because it's like we're doing the same thing twice here. But if it's the only solution that my shitty brain can handle, I now at this point I don't know what any of this stuff is for. Why I had these commented out, like why is this in here? Oh my god, I got 2 of them in here. Good God. Okay. Then on Timekeeper though, we needed to set this is already paused equals true. At this point, I'm just going to leave, if I get it to work, I'm just going to leave the shittiness in place and we'll like let it slide for now. Okay, this should pause it. This should unpause it. It's now 0. But then we did something else, like I unpaused it and this stopped working. Yeah, now it's back to that again. So when I push spacebar is what is that again? It's running unpause pause. Is already paused equals true. I'm literally guessing because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing at this point. I've had so every all game creation on this game has been done streaming. So when I say I have other streams of issues like this, there's been like out of the 30 streams, there's been like 1 or 2. Now I don't know if I was paused or unpaused. There's an easier way to do this. So now it has to get 1. It has to be apply one of those 2, no matter what. So these we don't need, I think. Because it has to tell us. Did I miss one? Guess I could search. I'm just going in circles. I'm gonna have to like. This is another thing. Like I can't get like. I've noticed that if I get stuck on one thing for too long, it just grinds everything to a halt. That's still working. That's working. And then it stops working. I don't know why the fuck this is so hard to do. That's still working. Motherfucker. It's like when it gets it's running this again or this again, so this is fucking it up. What happens if we copy this? I don't have my music has stopped again. We've already done this. Somebody help me! I don't know what I'm doing. What else have we got here? I could listen to The Damned. Listen to a lot of The Damned when I'm streaming, though. Game creation. At some point, it's just gonna be. I'm gonna equate The Damned with frustration. I don't know. Was it paused ahead of time? Okay, I think we did it. That was awful. But that is programming. I still can't believe people do this for a living. They don't get paid enough. And I mentioned this in another thing. I'm very pro union. I think game developers should unionize because uh I looked in whatchamacallit, Indeed. Look at this shit. I'm in Portland, Oregon. And oh, here's some lead technical artists. I was looking at what artist. Well, no, this one's good. Anime theme world into reality. I'm surprised. So I was looking and it was like 50 grand a year. Indeed looks like shit. Game development? What? This is a plate operator is not. Uh, 68 to 86K. Python and Go, huh? I hear bad things about Go. That's a pretty 100K to 126K. I wonder why they have such weird 99.6K. Nike, what are you doing? $5,000 to $8,000 a month. Senior Unity game developer. Here we go. So these are pretty good. These are much higher than what I was seeing before. This is in Washington? Uh, building VR learning experiences. A senior Unity game developer. I didn't put Unity in here. We could look. I was just curious the other day. I looked at it and it was trash. It was absolute. It was, like 50 grand. Hybrid schedule. Work in the office Tuesday and Wednesday. Go fuck yourself. Why? Like, if you want to see me work, just remote into my computer and look. Like, I wouldn't want somebody to be watching my every move, but 24/7 is the name of this company. That sounds terrible. 24/7 what? Experience with game engines, like whatever. Full stack web development. Are you kidding? What is the job? You're not for a full stack web developer? 3.js. I don't even know what that is. Interactive web-based games. They make web-based games? I mean, anyone does? Wonder what kind of I was seeing if there's like any reviews. What are these salaries we got here? Social media intern. You're getting paid for being an intern. You know, I've mentioned this guy before. One of my cousins was telling me he was like, he got a new job. He's like, I'm an intern, and he was telling me, you know, about all the office shit he was doing, and I was like, man, I'd get a paid job. Fuck that. And then it turns out he was getting paid, but he never mentioned that in like his whole description of his job. I make Excel files and stuff. And I was like, dude, you got to start with as a paid intern, you know, because otherwise everyone's gonna think you're getting fucked. Um, that's probably a little low for those. For those, you probably need uh, 25 for that. Probably even the intern needs 25. I wonder, 63% above average? What are you doing? Anyways, I forget what I think it was, I thought it was a game. I was looking at that. I was also looking at artists because I'm going to have to hire, not have to, I'm going to have the joy uh, to hire an artist for this game. And there was, what do they call it? I found it and they were paid even worse. Uh, Lead technical artists. Yeah, these are not what we want. I mean, they're probably similar. Like I had a neighbor that worked for Nike, or was it Adidas, one of those, and she put the shit on the basketballs. Like she did the art for the basketballs, and that shit was, you know, like for the different sports team, you know, they'd have whatever tiger or whatever the fuck their mascot is. VFX department. Fully remote. That's always nice. Unity, Unreal, Houdini competency. Those are bonus things, but it pays really terribly. Maybe if I just put an artist, my music stopped again. It will bring stagehand, art director. Yeah, just bringing me the same stuff. Oh, this person pays a lot. The game group. The thing is, it's like very few of these games that you're probably going to get to work on. Oh, that was one song? All right. Are going to be games that you're going to want to play. They're going to probably be shit like mobile games and stuff. Experience in offline simulation. I was trying to get my chat back up. Uh, for constructing in-game effects. You figure artists would be paid more. So I was thinking about the AI artist stuff. You know, what are they called? Houdini? No, not Houdini. I just mentioned that earlier. Um, A people operations specialist. What the fuck does that mean? Dolly, that's what I'm looking for. I was looking at that, and all the arts kind of sucks. All that AI art is pretty terrible, and I think that the reason why people think it's good is because if you put in there like, I want a paladin with a sword, and it pops you out a paladin with a sword, you're more forgiving because of your prompt. But if you are trying to do, if you say like so the thing I was looking at was maps. I was trying to get it to show maps like this. I was trying to get it to do a map like this just out of curiosity, and they were unusable 99. They were 100% unusable. They were fucking garbage. They had like gibberish all over them. They had people. I would say get rid of the people. So something that's like so subjective as art, you're like, yeah, that's a pretty good art of a paladin with a sword. But when you look at with like more constraints, it's fucking terrible. Uh, Anyways, what the fuck were we doing? All right, so we fixed one of those. Where was the other one? It said it was population info panel, huh? Let's look at that, and then we will fix that. Man, I feel like shit. I don't get why I've lately I've been feeling like I'm sick all the time. I don't think I have COVID. Let's test this again just to make sure here. Okay, so let's unpause it. Let's go to here. This is the population info panel. It closes there, but it comes back up. So let's go to here. There should be. It's probably not here though. Oh, it is. So we're gonna copy over this stuff. This should be the same on enable right here. And on disable, of course, this might not work, and then we're back to square one of agony. Okay, let's test it out. Let's test it out. All right, time is passing. We hit the population button. Time has stopped. We close it. Okay, let's do it again because we've seen that that has caused issues in the past. Okay, so that is fixed. There should be another one. It's the population. No, it's not. It's on here. It is like one of these has the same. It's not that. Let's find where it is. I think it's the description. It's the description. It's this. Should pause it. Is that what we want? Yeah. It actually works currently. Oh. How did we get this to work? Oh no, it's not. It's not working. All right, that is, so we have two different ones, which sucks. I think I still have disable on there. And we have two different scripts. I forget why we had to do that. So there's this one, and then there's current on enable here. It ever seemed like, so sometimes I don't want to copy from this one, even though I pasted the same thing there, just because it's a different, like, because it's a number of it's like down. I've pasted into some, like I'm not going from the original. I'm going from a copy of a copy, and it doesn't matter, but it's still. Sometimes I do that. It's weird. It's weird what you notice in your brain, Okay, that's working. We were paused. I was like, oh, that's broken. No, it's not. We can't test this one yet, but I'm betting it's gonna work fine. All right, so that was, how much time did we fucking waste on that? Like an hour and a half? Oh, I did dick around on the other thing. All right, so this is done. We've accomplished this. And you can unpause and pause with space while panels are open. Well, fuck. That ruins everything we've done. Oh, that's not a panel that we care about. You sure can. Well, how do we fix that? How do we fix that? What the flying fuck do we do there? Okay, do we want to tackle that, or do we want to keep going over here? Let's keep doing these bugs. They're awful. And when I stream video games, I'm always like, why is there a bug in this game? Why is there this stupid bug in this game? Why did you guys not fix this right away? So I say that all the time. Why do they let these bugs sit around in their fucking game? It's because they do shit like that. So let's not, I gotta practice what I preach here. Okay, so I also just had another thought. The other thought is, we can make this, we can put this in here and then just run it. Like, we could put this, call it like enable panel, pause time, disable panel time. Since they're the same across the board. Trying to say less, and I'm not doing it. So is there an easy way? What the fuck is this? um, can we? Does this do what I think this does? We're about to find out. Let's disable the controls. The problem with that, though, is I have a feeling this is gonna fuck us later. That works. We would have to re-enable it. The problem, okay, so what are we doing, Matt? How is this working? Can we name this something? We could be like keyboard, because what happens if we want escape to work later? You know what I mean? Like, it's fine if keyboard. We're subscribing to this. maybe there's an easier way to do this. I gotta put this up to 150 here so it's easier for you guys to see it. You can't disable a key on the key. What you have to do is decide whether you want to run code when you press or not. How old is this shit? It's only 4 years old. That's terrible. I don't like that code. It's a lot of code. Can I wait? Oh shit. This motherfucker gonna work? Can I just do this? When did all programming languages go to this period thing? I feel like they're all that way now. I was so baffled when I ran into them for the first time after 30 years or whatever. What are we doing? Okay, that doesn't work. And now it's still broken. That's actually what we want. So let's do this though. I think this is what we should do instead. Since we have multiple things going on, all interacting with the timekeeper script, let's cut this. Let's put this down to here. We have pause, unpause, but we're going to actually put, this is going to be ugly as fuck. It's just going to be ugly and fucking stupid and shitty. Just like life. All right, come on. Don't be so depressing. I was actually thinking about how many in my stream I'm like, this is hard. I'm depressed. No one wants to hear that shit. Okay, public void on panel enable. I gotta always resist singing to myself here. Somebody's screaming in agony. I think about this all the time. Is the few people that watch my streams, like if they're professional or if they're better than a skill level of 2 um in programming, are they like, oh my god, what is he doing? Why is he has a thing embedded in another thing in the same thing? Oh fuck. If you feel like that, feel free to tell me in the comments the way to make it better. Because I am learning. I am learning. This is a learning thing. I can't remember what I called that thing. It should be right in front of my face. On panel enable. Okay, so all that shit we put in those other ones. We only can test it with this thing. Yeah, the spacebar doesn't work anymore. That's what we want it to be. We want the spacebar broken. Okay. Then we can go back to here. Then we can just stick this shit in wherever we have these. Man, I don't know what song this is, but it's good. Okay, then we can get rid of this crap. This is probably going to break everything. And I will cry. I will cry. I won't cry. Not on camera, I won't. on panel disable. Yeah, you left a T there. You know what I should do? I need to do is go back to my basic scripting class that I've been doing. I haven't done it in a couple weeks. I've actually been burned out on everything. I played that Ultimate Admiral last night. Stream that first time played it. I really, if you've played that game, tell me how you feel about it. All right, space is not working. We'll close this. Space is now working. We'll test this to make sure. Okay, perfect. So now we have a replacement for all this shit. We don't need to do it. We don't need to, when we fix one, we don't have to, you know how I went through all those things and updated them like a fucking idiot? Now we can get rid of these and go, and then down on disable, then any adjustments we have will just happen. There's probably a reason not to do this, but like I said, I don't know. I don't know any better. I don't know any better. Just whatever. That was possible building. We got research. I don't think you have this in here. We don't. Look at this guy. It knew what I was doing. It was on to my shenanigans. Was that it? No, here we go. Current, no, this isn't what we want. Oh, it is. It doesn't know what we're doing here, though, huh? I guess I get it as type, yeah. What am I doing? It's weird. This one's weird because we have a variable above it. It makes me not like it. I don't like this variable above this. I'm going to put a note in here. Maybe move this fucking ugly shit below the timekeeper thing. There we go. I like to put friendly notes to myself, you know, whenever I can. All right, I think that's all of them. We could search for it. What could we search for? I don't know. If I don't remember what we did, we'll run into something broken at some point. You know what we could search for actually is if we go to here, we could search for this. Okay, so that we seem to have got them all, and now when we go forward, it should be a little easier, and we'll not want to die so much. Death, wishing for death. All right, let's do this color, this faction one too for fun, because I can't remember how we did that. Basically, what I'm talking about is these random colors are being assigned, and we set it so these are the same faction now, so they should be the same color, but they're not getting the same color. They're getting different colors. Hey, look, we got an 8 on the population there. That's as high as it can go. Shirley Peterson. Wait. Look at that. I found a bug. Looky there. Found a bug. Look there. Okay. Bug. leader is shown in all counties. County population lists. What a piece of shit. This actually kind of goes in with this. Having the leader in different lists is a huge pain in the ass. I think we might just merge them. And then if we need to change it later, I'm trying to think. So later you might have like hundreds of people in each county. But like the for loops that where it goes through that stuff, I feel like it shouldn't be that hardcore. I mean, we're talking about computers, right? Fast computers. All right, so let's look at this thing. Colors should be... So anyways, we want these colors to match. And so where the fuck are we assigning these colors? It's actually, I think, in the controller. I don't like the name of the controller anymore, and I might break this into two separate game objects. Can you tell by solving that issue that my my whatchamacallit, my attitude has improved? Attitude, feelings. See, this is, so let's look at this when we hit play. Oh, these don't update according to us changing shit? Well, how are we gonna figure that out? So this is county, excuse me, Tillamook here. Man, this headache is getting worse. I have some Advil right here. Let's do some Advil. Hardcore Advil. Oh, I don't have any water though. Okay, well, we can wait. We can wait 12 minutes to do the Advil. Okay, so this is Tillamook. If we look at the script in world map load here, man, it's gonna be a pain in the ass tearing that shit out. We might want to comment it, move it down, and we might want to do a little bit of that actually. Cleaning up this, look at all these comments and shit. We might want to do a little bit of that. Move buildings? No, we don't want to do that. This is bugged, huh? Good to know. All right, so we just read the names, and that's the first thing we do. Okay, so there we're getting it from there. Create population, create counties dictionary. Okay, so this is where it's assigning that. Where is it getting the colors from, though? Because obviously this is wrong. I think it's actually getting the colors from a thing we have stuck on here. County list creator. No, this is just a list of counties. That's something else we've been doing. These don't have any other scripts except for select county, which is fine. What is that noise? That would be an alarm clock for 5 o'clock. I take a lot of naps, and instead of streaming earlier, is it really 5 o'clock? Instead of streaming earlier, I took a nap. Usually I stream in the morning for game creation. What is that over there? Is that your phone? That was me. Okay, so it is not doing it there. I actually don't really like, So these are serialized, and I'm not sure I like that. Random color faction. Here we go. Oh, okay. So what it's doing, it's going through this for loop. Not enough color options for all sprite renders. Oh, this is from Chat GPT. Help me with this. Uh, so it's going through the list and it's assigning it not by. It's just going and it's saying, the first county gets the first faction name and color. This should actually be. This is just wrong. It's not that bad though, actually. I didn't know how much crazy shit we were gonna have to do here to fix this. Counties dot faction. What did we call it? Oh no. This is a name. It's a dictionary. Oh shit. Oh fuck. We're not gonna be able to do it this way. Okay. Luckily we wrote one of these already, and I saw it earlier. Where the fuck was that thing? For each. This song is pretty good. The Damned is so good. I know I talk about them like every fucking stream. All right, this is what we want here is this thing. We're gonna do this. Um, we'll just comment this out real quick. I just wanted this over here so we could have a reference to look at it. Loop through each and assign a random color from the available options. Are we making it so that they can't get the same color? I mean, we only have 10 colors selected. I picked some ugly ass colors. And I want to do a better way. I want to improve that later. I think we did set it so they can't have the same the same color. Otherwise, we would have got that multiple times. Uh, oh yeah, like the hero list is wrong too. Did we not? Did I notice that and not write that? Uh, like last time I streamed, it seems it's weird that. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do that too. We should. I'm gonna move this over here. I feel like we should just put them all on one list and fuck it for now. Anyways, it's okay. So they're getting the. Oh, I see what it's doing. No, I don't. I can't remember how this works. But this is what we need to get out of here because this is not. Um, that's not going to work anymore. But we can take part of this. But we need to put a for each in here. For each what? For each county and counties. Can't remember what this little thing means. Here, no, that's not what I want to look at. This is what I want to look at. This is just possible buildings. Where are we assigning the count? Well, we can look under this county, I guess. I just want to make sure. I mean, I already know. I know that it's this way, but I just want to make sure because even though I know it's that way, faction name and color. Even though I know. Okay. Color 32 in color. No. Get this shit off my screen. So this is a dictionary, not a list. Dictionary with a class in there. So I usually use dictionary list, but this one actually is a dictionary class, and it's I had to fuck with this a bunch to get this to work. And in fact, when we run this, we can stop running this. At the top of the console here, that's what this is. This is printing because of this through this for each thing. So I think what we want to do here. We gotta go world map load. You know, if I want to change that name of that thing, Jesus Christ, I am going. If I'm going to change the name of this world map load, I need to do it soon because it is being used everywhere. This is wrong. It's not wrong. It's just we want this. What did we put in this? Come here, county. Sprite render. Where did we do? Oh, we have it right here. Oh. Why did we do it this way when we have this sprite render in here already? That's very confusing. Maybe I just... where does this called? That's very confusing. Okay, let's see if this... So it should be getting it from its own thing here. I have a feeling this is just going to implode. It's just going to implode. Jesus Christ, that took 12 minutes? Bullshit. What's your problem? I'm surprised. Okay, no, it got to there and then it croaked. That makes sense. I was like, what? Counting's item key. No? All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. Oh shit, is this happening before? It's like a constant clusterfuck of me trying to get the order of operations correct. That might actually be. Yeah, because we're assigning this here, but I'm betting this isn't happening in world map load and it's not happening fast enough. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. uh, is that what I called it? No. Name and color is so sometimes I've been capitalizing the and other times I haven't. That's bad. But we actually want this to say counties.faction. Come on, don't lie to me. Oh. I'm gonna take a quick break here. Faction, name, and color. Assign faction name and color. Okay, so that's assigning it to the faction. Um, do these match? That is some ugly shit. Those look like the same color, don't they? Those look like the same color as well. This is getting assigned, though, to the correct faction. This is croaked out before. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Need to get some water for my Advil. All right, I am back. Um, if you saw me sitting here after I said I was going on break, it's because I had to text my stepdad because it was his birthday a couple days ago, and it's hard to get a hold. You know how it is, getting a hold of your dad, and he was saying he could call me soon. So, okay, let's go back to this issue. We have an hour. We can get it right. Did we never assign the sprite render? Wait, where did it say it croaked out? That's all. 33. Is that why we were like? And I think I have a note in here that says like, are we using? We may be able to. No, no, that's the one below it. Let's look around. What's going on there? See how this is darker? Oh, because I spelled it differently like a fucking idiot. Render. I would like to be able to see that other one, but there we go. Always fixing something. We aren't. We never assigned it to, we never assigned a sprite renderer to it to itself. So that must be why we did this. Maybe with this. Maybe this whole time I thought we were using that. Someone help me. What is his name? Can't remember what his name is right now. It was in the README. Keto. Keto, he's a professional developer, and he actually uh, explained. He spent 2.5 hours of his time for no apparent reason. Uh, can we put this for each inside this for loop? Because I really need to. So he spent 2.5 hours of his time just talking to me about Unity and stuff and giving me tips and pointers. He was the person who said I should probably take a uh, basic C# class, and um, he mentioned that man, like so. I said I already know I'm gonna rewrite this code twice, and he was like twice. Oh, you know what's gonna fuck this up though? That's not gonna work. Uh, and he said no, it's gonna be in a nice way. He was like it's gonna be more like 3 times. That's the normal thing, and I'm thinking probably more like 25 times. I need to look at this county list thing. So this is on a wake. This thing pops off. Maybe we didn't do it because it was a pain in the ass. Maybe that's what we were doing. Why we said, "Oh fuck this." Create counties dictionary. It is a pain. We need to assign it though. I was trying to think of a way around this. So we do that, but then it needs to equal this I. Can we just have an eye in here that we increment through instead of doing a for loop? I guess we could. We do have the county ID. We could use the county ID, I guess. I think. Yes. Because the county ID should go through right there. So sprite renderer is going to equal this, but this is going to be county ID. Good God. This is a lot of shit we got going on here. You know what we could do is go county, no, var county equals this. And then we could go county here to make this a little shorter. To make this, I see my problem. It's okay. Relax there. Visual Studio or whatever I'm using. This is the county, and we get this. So this is the key. We're getting this county. This is going to be. We have it right there. So the sprite render is going to get from the county list the game objects, the sprite render, and then the sprite render color is going to be the same, its own faction color. We can get this thing out of here though. Put it up here. Or something. There's always a way to do something, right? I was waiting patiently. Waiting patiently. Man, now my jaw hurts? What the fuck is going on here? Okay, that didn't work. Oh, it did work. These look like the same colors to me. Did we not? Then how has this been working if we've been doing this wrong the whole time? Do we have... No, those are right. Are these different colors? 647, 647, 637, 637, 603471, 603471, 60. They're different. Oh, wait. 603471, 603471. These are the same. Let's do it again. Has this been happening the whole time and I just fucking didn't notice? It's got to have. Or, well, this is what we wanted to do. I don't know how we got that to work so easy. Something else must have broken. We have so much shit open here. This we may look at again. This is gone. We don't need this anymore. Available colors. Okay, then we're removing. Oh, did I just get rid of that? Go back. Available colors. That's the issue. It's right here. Um, sprite renderer and their color. Let's try that again. I think that should solve that issue. Yeah, you really got to get warmed up. It's hard to tell though if we get lucky, we're not going to get the same color. I mean, this one we want to be the same color. Fucking hey, that's ugly. That's an ugly fucking color. There's probably some restart button that I think that probably fixed it. We're not getting anything in the console, so let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of, where was that other one? Oh, it was in a different, that was in that other for each thing. We don't need that there. Let's go. Where was that? That was in the loop here. That was in the world map load, which has everything in it. It just, everything that when you start the game, it loads is what's in here. Well, maybe it's not in here. There it is. We don't need this to show anymore. This is the part we will get rid of. Fuck does that mean? Oh, I know what the fuck that means. It means this. We've replaced it with this for each. Should we eventually have all the buildings generated? Yeah, that's something we want to do. Let's play one more time, see if this stuff goes off the console. Uh-oh. 647. 637. They're just very similar. We could have used that actually. All this crap, all this is in here because I made too many buildings to start with. Let's go to. Oh no, there it was. Oh wait, what was this all colors then? Oh, this was the start of it. I was thinking these purples. would be very similar, but they don't look that similar here. Maybe it's like burnt or one of these weirdly named ones. I named them that. I'm the only one to blame. They look very similar though. See how long that took? We're lucky enough to get them again here. I want to see what they are again, and then it doesn't tell me the name I gave it. So it's probably. I mean, we only got 2 purples. What happens if we do something dumb, like just change this to a 4? Just some random number. It's gonna be ugly if we get it. But I mean, they're all so ugly already. I'm clicking the wrong thing. I can't tell if we got it or not. Yeah, there's definitely got to be a hotkey for restarting your game. Yeah, I can't tell. I mean, there was some ugly shit there for a second. Well, I can't tell what changed, but we fixed that. That's fixed. So let's put this over in our done pile. Okay, so leader is shown in all counties. Do we want to get into that? How much time do we got? Like 35 minutes? Let me check this. My text messages here. Okay. Let's go back to here. Every faction needs to have its own list of research it has completed or not. So I don't know if we did that. I feel like we were getting there. We can close this. We can close this. I feel like we're done with the timekeeper for. Oh, I pinned it. We can close that. Research tier 1. We actually might have needed that. We can take a look at this. If it seems like a huge thing we got to do, that's why I'm not doing the faction or the moving the faction leader thing around, because that's going to be fucking huge. We probably don't need county. Select county we don't need right now. We probably won't need this right now. I guess we'll just close everything down. We're going to need map load, except for that, of course. And let's go back. And so for this, the first thing we got to check here is our faction list, which we have. We have faction name and color, research items. Let's see what this does, if this gets filled in. Would it get filled in? I don't know. Doesn't seem like this shit updates. Oh, it does. Okay, so they are getting their own. Game object. Oh, wait. Oh. So Huh. So the AI, I guess, the AI has no need for the game objects and the toggle and the research name thing. All it needs is like name, description, prerequisites, what tier it's in, and like it just doesn't need the top 3 things. We should put a note about that just in case we want to like convert that. We didn't do that already? I feel like the counties already has the name, but maybe not. It doesn't. Interesting. What were we doing? We were looking at the faction, and then I got sidetracked. We were gonna look in here. Yeah, that's an interesting. Every faction has their own thing in the game object. Let's see. What about this? Isn't done. We fixed one part of that, but I just saw another part that was not done. And actually, let's put it in progress. Okay, so if we know that the faction thing is happening there, what the fuck were we doing with factions? We were. Now I forgot what the fuck we were even doing. My brain. Every faction needs to have its own list of research, so that works, except that we don't need. EI factions. Do we need the top 3 variables in the research items list that is assigned to them at start? Let's actually. I think putting them over there is kind of weird. Not for everything, but for some things. So let's actually convert this to an issue. We'll decide that. Probably actually no. I try to save it. I do that all the time. Cancel. Let's put this in the notes. It's something that doesn't really matter. Not right now. So it's weird that kind of like this kind of flashed through my mind. I was like, oh, this doesn't update, but shouldn't it update? Where was that I said that? I could look back in the video at some point, but let's see it. I said, oh, this doesn't update. It was here, but it does update. The factions don't change. What about this is this weird green color. Let's make sure it's the weird green color. It's not in the same order because we have different. Hey, we got these purples are here again. I must have changed the wrong one. It's different enough now, whatever these are, that it's fine. We'll want to figure out how to do that. So I was looking at Crusader Kings 3, and they do it like, all of Ireland's a shade of green, and all of England's a shade of red or whatever. So this is done. This is done. I guess it was done the whole time. Each county needs to know what its possible buildings are. So that's another thing that I think we were kind of like going through this stuff and finishing it, but then we were also having some issues with other things. How are we going to test this? Because the county here We don't have that as a serialized field anywhere. I guess, is county a serialized field? It's serializable. We just don't have it attached to anything, I don't think. It would be kind of nice to have it contacts. What's that? No. Attached to something. I don't think we do. Actually, we have the factions. We have factions. Look at this stuff just going up. just counting away. No, we don't have what are we even trying to test? Man, my brain sucks. Every county needs to know what its possible buildings are. I actually think we do have that. We can test this with this build thing here. We have it, I think, but we don't have this this being refreshed every time, depending on which one you're clicking on. So I think this is, we need to update this. Possible and current buildings need to panels to updates. I did it again. Control S, man. Let's go back. There's actually a way we can test this, and I vaguely remember us doing this last time. I say us and we because just in case you want to help out, not with code. I'm not expecting anybody writing code, but if you suggestions, I think how we did this before to test this was we build one, and then we close this. Yeah. So this does. We just need to refresh when you click that build button. How much time we might be able to do it. So not when you click the build button. The build button, it does it. It's when you select. So when you select county, and I think this is exactly where we were at. Refresh buildings panel. There it is, and this is blank. Yeah, this is exactly where we were. Then we took this out. We took this out right before I ended the night. This was some bullshit. This makes it so that on enable resets the. Yeah. Okay. So how are we doing that? Panel changes. What are these things? Okay, that's not army right click. Fill county info panel. That's not what we want. Check for armies, check for heroes. Yeah, we don't want any of that shit. What we want to do is the same thing that we're doing. What do we got up here? What do we got this up here for? I like my shit clean. I own a bidet. Really, I do in real life. So we want this to do the same thing that the expand building button does. Doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. We want this to do. It's probably on here. And I would be wrong. You don't own this county, fuck brain. That seems like a note from me. Oh, it's this. UI buildings panel. Wow, this is kind of a lot. This needs to be triggered by an event or when another county is selected. All right, so we already have some things going on here. But what we could do is copy this and stick it right here temporarily. Possible building clones. Where are we? We destroy them though at the end of. Only when we close it. Well, that's a terrible idea. Maybe I'll call it a night. This is a terrible idea though. Because I guess it's not a terrible idea. We'll be blowing away stuff and recreating it all the time. I wasn't gonna do that. I was about to be like, oh, I'm done. But no, let's yeah, we don't. This isn't. No, no, not in select. I was about to say, select county. It wasn't have an instance because there's a bunch of different ones. Oh, Jesus Christ. We have all sorts of stuff here, like this possible buildings, prefab. I'm assuming you can't get here because it's protected. We can still, we don't need this to be serialized. Hopefully that they won't fall out here. Where is this thing located? What are we looking at? UI buildings panel? It's right here. Yeah, we'll have to turn this into a function of some sort where we just call this other one, I think, is what we'll. Or we turn it into a whatchamacallit. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to turn it into an event. And I don't think I want to tackle that today. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. So how would that happen? So that actually, I'm staring. If you see me doing that, that's I'm staring up into space and thinking, okay, let's put some notes in it. I'm gonna call it a day here. I hate doing in the middle of a bug, but let's put these back. I also don't want to like have this half finished code here. We got to keep going private there. We can keep going. Keep going. It's doing it somewhere. Okay, I can't see it. I want to keep. Oh my god, how much did I do? There we go. All right. So the notes are going to be, how is this going to work? Wrong button. Turn updating possible buildings panel in current panel into a new script which subscribes to that subscribes to a building being built, the expand button, and clicking on a county. Wait, is that how the order of how we want to do that? How would we do that? So it's more back to the time thing where we're firing off a function. So I like to think through this stuff. So you click the expand button and it needs to run this. And then this, when you do select county, it also needs to run this. So this is like a thing. It should just be a function, right? Sorry, a method, not a function. A method, it really should just be a method that's just in some other script. I'm trying to think event-wise, if we had it in an event, I mean, we could have an event in this new script that subscribes to these, but what's the point of that? Because there's still going to be, I think we'll have to, let's go back over to here. Maybe I'll think of another way to do this. To be a method, not an event. I don't see events are not as exciting as everyone seems to tell me they are, so I feel like I'm doing something wrong there. See, so this is firing off like the event. And we need like a bunch of things invoking the events. I wonder if I can, so this is like a public event. Can I have another, let's just pretend here real quick before I go. Let's go back to the here and say like, what was that UI building panel? Was that what we were looking at? Yeah, it has a public event and there's an instance of it. So, and then we go instance dot, what was the fucking event called? What was the fucking event called? Possible. Uh, no, it was question mark dot invoke. Is that how it looked? Invoke. The event can only appear on the left-hand side of a plus or minus. So we would each have to have their own event that is triggering. Am I thinking about this right, or am I thinking about it backwards? That thing would have to subscribe to. And what's the fucking point of that? I think it's just a method. This isn't on the side. It's because it's on another. I'm the wrong. Is the event. No, it's the right one. It's just it's. Yeah, I think it's the same way as the time thing. We're a bunch of things. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but I think oh, and I'll think about it. And if I stream tomorrow, then I will work on it. But I think we just have to do a method. Um, my phone's going. My alarm is going off. I think we just have to do a method that they call, which is fine. It's just that like I feel like I keep reading all these things and watching all these YouTube things that are like, hey, you shouldn't have scripts referencing each other except with an event. But I really think these things should be firing off on their own because it's the opposite of event. So sometimes the events make sense. Like if a certain thing changes, you want everything that can look at that thing to just subscribe to it and go to town. But this is the other way around, where we're making all of these things. This thing would have to subscribe to each one, a bunch of different events. So I think we just need it as we do it as a method. But we will figure that out maybe tomorrow or next week. I don't know, or maybe the middle of the week. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? Let's update this shit. Let's turn off Unity. Can we clear this? We can. Because let's make sure this is saved. I always, before I push my code, I always close Unity first if I remember to. It's also better to close Unity Hub or whatever the fuck this thing's called. Because I've noticed it holds on to things over here sometimes. All right, we actually modified some number of things here. So what did we do today? A couple of bugs of time bugs. And got bogged down. That's what we did today. It happens. But yeah, it's interesting how much my attitude changed with my feelings once that one thing was fixed. All right, we'll push that over to there. We're getting close with these county improvements, and then we're gonna be done. That's why I'm kind of want to do it tomorrow, because if we can finish the county improvements, that would be amazing. What is next after that? after the county improvements, we have, well, probably this clusterfuck. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Generate resources is next. This is kind of just a question. Currently the leader doesn't, but this would actually be fixed. If we did this, the leader would build stuff. Generate resources is going to be kind of fun too. But that is it for me tonight, or today for this channel. I'm going to stream something else tonight. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's something. I have no idea what what's on my taco list, as I call it. Rollerdrome I might stream. That was surprisingly interesting. Maybe Grand Tactician. I don't know. Fallout 76. Do I ever even want to play that game? I got it for free on the Humble Choice. Maybe some Conan Exiles. I don't know. But that is it for me tonight. Thank you for joining me. I will talk to you next time. Have a good afternoon, evening, day, whatever.